Warning, the following PSA is not suitable for those under the age of 18 that may find it disturbing to some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. I did not want to make a video about this, but it's gotten to the point to where I want to address a few things about this individual that I will discuss shortly. Has been running his mouth, and for what I've seen and heard, I have an obligation that I will be calling out things that need to be called out. So members, in this PSA, we will once again be discussing about Stanley Bell. Yes, the same individual that got caught up in the spider's web. So if you haven't seen the previous PSAs that I made about him, I will leave a link to all 5 of those videos in the description box below if you want to see them for yourself. Yeah, granted, when I looked into his community post, Stanley decided that he wanted to share my previous PSA and saying that he actually learned about the truth about what happened and saying that a lot of evidence has been fabricated and decided to pretend that nothing has happened.
I'm sorry, I'm allergic to bullshit.
Stanley, that nothing has become a something. And continuing forward of your community post, you called me a biggest fool and a hypocrite. Rather than calling me out on video or post, you decided to sit there waiting, hoping for the truth to come out and telling me that I got nothing else to do but to tell you lies of what I saw or heard, explain the situation out of your own benefit. Now members, I will be saying this, but I would never say that I support people that gave him death threats. I made this clear multiple times in the majority of my content, but according to this moron, he says that I endorse it. What a stupid logic for him to say, don't you think? And yet afterwards, he decides to run his mouth repeating the same phrase in every shared community post of Junko's, saying that she would tell herself that, and saying that the truth will come out on her. And when he mocked the shiny term, I basically told him that he needs to stop dragging people like me and Junko into his BS. But what did he say in his response? He basically said that I should stop believing in opinions that were given by Steve, thinking I've been telling myself that. And in my response, I've been saying that I've been understanding people rather than believing them. Oh, and Stanley, remember that response video that you said about me? Yeah, you said the same thing to Junko. Like, are you this discouraged to not use your real actual voice when making a responsive video? Because apparently, this is what you sound like.
Blah, 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 blah. Yap, yap, blah, blah, dribble, dribble, dribble.
And according to the comment section for why I said first, you clearly stole a clip that belongs to Deadpool and Wolverine. Stanley, you do not owe any property that belongs to Marvel Studios, because it makes you a joke. But what do you say in your response? You basically said that I became a joke myself. No, Stanley, because here's the explanation here. You've been dodging the bullets, you've been sweeping your problems underneath the rug, you've been wussing out by deleting your community post, by making more, and making responses by sharing and resharing other people's videos and community posts, because you got your feelings hurt and you're losing an argument. Stanley, nobody cares if you got your feelings hurt. And according to this so-called community post from the previous one, when you said that you were going to take a break off the media and rethink about your actions, well, you should have thought of that 10 days ago. Stanley, you should have sought a therapist, psychological help, and to turn yourself into your local authorities so that they can investigate you and you can tell them, hey, I did this, I did that, and I think I need to be prosecuted and detained for all of this. Perhaps take responsibility for your actions instead of just sitting there in the dark hoping for the truth to come out, which it won't, because I will educate this to all of my members. Members, for what Stanley is doing is that he is using unacceptable behavior. It's all because you, Stanley, you've been trying to make situations and take the blame for others in your agenda. That is scummy behavior, and I do not promote that illegal action. Members, I'd be asking for you, please block and report Stanley Bell so that you can avoid him like a plague at all costs. Stay safe, members.